recording. Hello, everyone. Welcome to
the sound barrier.
It's fine. We all need to be loud anyway, especially James. James needs to be a little bit louder.
Right. You can hear me,
but you're okay. Awesome. James. No, just kidding. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Geeked Out podcast, where we have an interesting new setup for the time being, for right now. A little bit of stuff's different. Oh my god, Jaden, you're in person.
I'm here.
I can touch you.
He's touching me. Call the cops.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Anyway, yeah, so Jaden's in town for a little bit,
so
so we are, doing
Combining.
this together.
James is still by his lonesome.
Yeah, nine times out of 10 we'll still probably do the 3 layout, but we will be doing this layout where it's just all geeked out shit for right now. It's all purple and red.
We like it.
And we love it. It's not black and boring anymore.
James, chill out.
Yeah, for James, it's...
And you took my part out.
James, chill out.
Anyway... but yeah, this will be the setup moving forward. Also, my mic is now fully... sexy now. I don't know what was happening with my last recording setup, but for some reason my mic was really janky, but now it should be smooth, very, like I said, sound very sexy.
So now we have 2 out of 3.
Yep, so James is next on the list. We also just need to get James just all the Wi-Fi, internet. All right. So guys, in case you didn't know, I mean, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you can all, see our beautiful faces, I mean, me and Jane can, touch each other, but I mean,
this is true.
Pause, definitely pause. Thank you, James. But you can also check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, where you can listen to it without seeing our ugly selves. Even though I'm sexy of them all. I'm going to abuse now that the mic is sounding good, I'm going to abuse that so hard. Pause, let me, that's going to get taken out of context.
I already called you Jeffrey Dahmer, bro. You're leading into every single thing.
Hey, I'm not eating motherfuckers, bro.
This is true.
Yeah. You already got 2 on the list down. You touched him. Talking about abuse. Next is murder.
Jaden, have you seen the Jeffrey Dahmer?
No.
You should.
I don't want to.
Oh, you should though.
Yeah, I don't. I don't want to. I'm
dumb.
good.
Okay. I think it's pretty good.
He's lying to you.
Why you gotta say that?
He's trying to get a date.
Do you hear what he said?
What?
So, I guess I'll show you for people listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So I have this little Kirby next to my setup where it's like an artist Kirby.
What is this, James?
You gotta lift it up. I can't see.
So there you go. And he has like a little bit of paint on his cheek. Jaden asked if that was a specimen that I am not gonna say.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway, this is a very sus opening. But anyway, like I was saying before we got off railed, make sure that you're also following, commenting along with all of us, sharing your thoughts on everything. And we also have Instagram and TikTok. Go ahead, follow those for all of the highlights of the awesome bullshit podcast that we do.
Correct.
Anyway, a lot to talk about today, boys, now that Jaden is officially back from his vacation.
I'm not dead.
And, we'll talk about that in a second. And, I mean, now that I sent the fucking... the schedule, the itinerary for you guys.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Because I guess I don't I mean, I don't tell y'all. Because I like to keep it a surprise. I like to...
We get about a 10-minute notice. Okay? This week, we got about a day notice for one topic out of like 7. But usually, we get about a 10-minute notice if we're lucky. Sometimes we don't even get that. We just in here, and then he goes, all right, this is what we're talking about. And we don't know what we're talking about. You know, we just come in here.
Sometimes
we win it.
Sometimes you just gotta stay on your toes, and sometimes you just gotta, not. It's fun. It's fun when we improvise.
Are you telling me you don't just have a top 10 off the top of your head?
Not every week.
James, you should know that we're your thoughts on Call of Duty already.
Correct, and I should know my thoughts about being alive.
See, sometimes that's a little blurry. Sometimes you need a couple days to rethink things,
All right. So, yeah, we have a lot to talk about today. I mean, Week 4 happened. We're going to be talking about the NBA's Top 100 list that ESPN did. We're also going to be talking about, the Call of Duty beta. Me and James had a chance to play that during our little vacation. And then, just talking about, Deadpool 3, because that's going to be very exciting.
Agreed.
But Jaden, tell us about Florida and how you survived Hurricane Ian.
Bro.
And
so, Florida was cool. It was a good time. We went to Disney World. We went to Universal Studios. It was a lot of fun. And then Hurricane Ian decided to make an appearance, and everybody started freaking out. I don't know if y'all saw my snap or wherever I posted it, but everybody took the lunch meats. There were no more lunch meats. There were no ham. There was no turkey. There was no bologna. None of it. No lunch meat. So we were like, well,
toilet paper?
Nope. No toilet paper. No paper towels. No nothing.
Yep.
Hey, ask me about drinking water. Nope. There was none of that. There was none of that either. Nothing. There wasn't even Dasani. No Dasani. No Aquafina. No spring water. None of it.
There's no water, and then pointing out Dasani, that should be the last one there.
That's what I'm saying.
Dasani's gross.
What?
Dasani is gross.
Dasani's
Arrowhead is gross.
No, Dasani's
gross.
Dasani's gross.
Arrowhead is better than Dasani.
I agree with that. And it's gross.
What?
Arrowhead's disgusting.
But I don't know. I grew up on Dasani and Fiji.
So you grew up with salt water?
Yeah, they literally put salt in it.
Dasani's not salt water.
They put salt
in there. That's why it makes you more thirsty.
Yeah, they put salt in there so that you buy more of it.
Which is fucking genius. But
no, yeah,
makes sense. Because I'd be buying hella water and I'd be
They got you.
They really got you. Yeah, no.
They did. Arrowhead's disgusting.
No, Arrowhead is disgusting. It's gross.
Arrowhead's not bad actually.
No, you're weird. Arrowhead's disgusting. Yeah. But
it's because they have it at my work and I'm used to it.
But I mean, where I was, so it kept changing because 1 second it would be coming right at us and it was scary, I guess. And then the next second, it wasn't going to hit us. It would, breeze by where we were staying. So, I just chilled. I didn't really care. I wasn't too scared. Nor was Michaela or her family. We were all chilling. We had to stay in the hotels for 2 days. We weren't allowed out, which was nice. I needed a little break to do some homework because I would have failed. I'm still pretty close to failing now. And then I woke up on the day that the hurricane was supposed to hit us, and I look outside, and one piece of bamboo broke. And there was really wet outside. So I was like, well, we didn't get hit. And then I look at the news, and a lot of people were injured. Yeah. There was a lot of damages. So, yeah. So we were okay, luckily. But rest in peace to all of those who passed during the hurricane. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're glad you're safe and sound. For those of you that are listening, what you guys should do, or at least I recommend you guys should do, is go donate to help all those that were affected by Hurricane Ian. And all those, whether it's through Red Cross or through another donation, because I know a lot of people don't really trust Red Cross. But wherever, $1 or whatever amount of money you can give can definitely help someone impact their lives.
Yep.
So go ahead and do that. All right. So now I guess let's get week 4 just out of the way. Technically it's still going on. We still got Monday Night Football with the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams coming up tonight, which that will be a fun game.
I hope so.
I
hope so.
But let's just talk about some of the games that have happened. Well, James, I guess let's talk about your Cowboys first, because that's really the first team I think about right now. Are you a walrus
or a seal or?
I said.
Yeah. What is that?
You never seen? It's a long story. I'll show y'all.
Okay.
I'll send y'all a video.
Okay.
There's a dude. That's his celebration. You go.
Yeah. Cooper Rush is a 4-0 as a starter. So, very interesting controversy in Dallas, let me tell you.
Controversy.
I know.
I hope it brings drama to the Cowboys, and then y'all end up losing Dak, and then Cooper Rush is actually really, really bad.
And then Dak goes to the Giants, and then...
A lot of people are, like, building it up to, like, really see if there is a QB controversy, and I'm like, it's good to have a backup come in and be able to win games. That's not a secret. Right. But, when you look at a backup come in, they have to do something more than just win the game to be able to take that starting job. And if you look at it, Cooper Rush, he's playing good, but he's not playing great. He's not playing as a starting quarterback. Like, he's not having the best games. Like, yeah, he's going out there. He's completing most of his passes, throwing for about 200 yards, keeping the interceptions down. Like, yeah, that's cool, but you're not seeing Cooper Rush go out there and throw, 40 balls for, 350 yards if we need to. When we get into that run-stop defense or a defense that tightens up a little bit more, Cooper Rush won't be able to do things like that. So I think if we cut him off this week and we don't get to see him against the Rams, I won't really get to make my point. But I feel like once we play a team like the Rams, he's not going to be able to really compete with a team like that.
Fair.
Yeah, it is fair.
I love him, though. I want to keep signing him as a backup because, you can't get mad at dude coming in and going 4-0. Right. Like, I would love there to be a controversy just to know that our backup's good enough to make it a controversy. But I know it will never be a controversy because Dak has shown much.
Well, yeah. The NFC East is looking kind of nice, You got the Cowboys at 3-1, the Eagles, the only remaining undefeated team in the NFL. The Giants are also 3-1. Keep that in mind. And then
pretty crazy.
And then there's Washington.
Yeah.
Talking about the Giants, boy, that was crazy yesterday. Seeing Daniel Jones go down with an ankle injury, then Tyrod go down with the concussion, and Saquon had to go in at QB.
Yep.
Like, that was the crazy.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Huh? He went in for QB for like 1 or 2 plays, and then Daniel Jones came back in and played on an injured ankle. But he injured his ankle at, like, I want to say the 3rd quarter, and then Tyrod Taylor was only in for, like, a couple plays, and then he was running, and he got hit on a head-to-head. So Saquon was like, oh, shit, like, I'm next up, and Saquon went in his quarterback. So I thought that was pretty crazy. But it was only, like, a play or two, and then Daniel Jones had to come in and play injured.
Did they win?
The Giants won.
Who'd they play?
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Now he knows why Saquon was at QB. They're playing the Bears.
Not the Bears.
Yep, it was the Bears.
The Bears.
I guess just moving forward, the Steelers are. Oh no! Here, talk to him, Jaden.
First of which, trash. We shouldn't have lost to the Jets. It's funny because when we were doing the predictions, we said they were gonna lose to the Bengals, then win the next 3. The exact opposite has now happened. We beat the Bengals and lost the easy 3. So that's nuts. But what? Why are you raising your hand?
I was saying like I motioned that.
Oh yeah, you're right. But it was announced today that we are going forward with Kenny as our QB1. There is now hope for a Steelers organization. That's all I have to say.
Steelers,
Crazy.
yeah.
It's like someone said this in the first podcast.
Oh my god! But then you guys gotta remember, Kenny has to play, the Bills, the goddamn Dolphins,
Oh, yeah.
the Bucks,
The
the
Eagles.
Eagles.
You guys are gonna get destroyed these next 4 weeks, and that's okay. I told you guys. You guys aren't caring about making play.
Are we gonna go 1-7 though?
No, we win one of those games.
One of the games?
I think we win
Which
one
one?
of those games.
Because who do you play next? You play the Bills, right?
We'll play the Bills.
We play the Bills.
The Bills could be a winnable game because the Steelers always play well against the Bills.
So what
for the
in
most
the next
part?
4 weeks? You guys play the Bills.
The Bills, the Bucks, the Eagles, the Dolphins.
I could see you guys beating the Eagles if they don't lose up until then.
We won't beat the Eagles. The Steelers don't play well against the Eagles.
But I could see it if they are undefeated up until that point. The longer the Eagles... I found this out being in the NFC. The longer the Eagles go without losing, the worse they get. And then they lose. And then they fucking get the fire back under them. And they start going again. So...
Well, I mean, as a Steeler fan, I hope we do win. But, I mean, I don't think we'll go for another 4 losses.
I think we'll go 2-2 in that span. I think we'll beat the Bucks.
I actually think we're going to beat the Bucks too.
I think you guys could beat the Bucks because the Bucks are...
They're not
I
looking
don't know.
that
They was
great.
fire week 1, it seemed like. But they ain't nothing since.
Even week 1, like, they didn't really look like the Bucks of the past. Like, and I told you that when we saw him, I was like this is not like Tom Brady does not look like he looks human.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even say he looks human. They just don't have. I mean, their receivers aren't playing good. Like I don't know. Their receivers not playing. Their defense is playing sloppy. Their defense got tore up last night. Patrick Mahomes made them people look like they was in kindergarten.
Right.
At the beginning, I saw they started to come back, but
yeah. I mean, another team that is potential to beat for the Steelers is the Dolphins, just because of Tua. We don't know what's happening there because
Tua
of all of that.
Tua has been ruled out for next Sunday against the Jets, which I think they're just doing that to play it safe so that way the media doesn't get on them.
Good call.
Yeah, because there was already rumors that he was going to be cleared to play against the Jets. So I think that's why he's not playing against the Jets. It's literally only for the media purpose.
Well,
but
it's smart
still,
too. That man was not in a good position.
Even if it gets to the Steeler position, like I feel like they'll be. I'm not saying like they're still going to run over you guys, but they still have a solid chance. I mean, they got Teddy Bridgewater.
Right.
Like, they got a solid backup QB still. I mean, that dude used to be a starter. He...
Yeah, but like, here's the thing. He's up there in age. I'm not saying he's terrible because of that.
I wouldn't say he's up there in age. He's still pretty young.
How old is Teddy?
Teddy Bridgewater was only in, like, his second or third year when he tore his ACL. And that was, like, 3 years ago. He's only, like... I want to say Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know because I don't watch him like that. I think he's only like 32, between 32 and 34. So, like, he's older than Tua, but he's not, like, old,
Well, I mean, I guess while Jaden...
Oh, he's not old at all, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was
crazy.
super young for his ACL, and then people just... Case Keenum went in for that year. He had a great year. Then they traded Case Keenum, got Kirk Cousins, and they literally just gave up on Bridgewater. Like, Bridgewater did nothing. He was playing a great year before he went down. He went down in a practice, and they just wrote him off at that point. And then he's been all around. I mean, granted, he did go to Carolina and do jack shit, but...
So he's 29. He's not even in his 30s.
Dude, motherfucker young, bro.
Yeah, he's young. Well, I don't know. I still have a good feeling about if Tua is not in that game, I think we have a better chance of winning that game.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
You guys
I mean, I'm 1-3 for the Steelers' prediction along with their record, so who knows?
Also, keep in mind, the Steelers are 0-7 without T.J. Watt now.
Bring my man's back.
Yeah. So we'll see if that trend continues.
Is he?
What's he looking like? Is he out for the season?
That's what
I haven't.
No, so he's not out for the season. He was placed on IR the first week of the season, so he has to definitely miss the first 4 weeks. So after after next week, he is technically cleared to come back. We'll see where they want to put him at.
Who do we play? Who is that? Is that the Bucks or the Dolphins?
I think it's the Bucks.
So okay.
I would say, I don't know. I would say bring him back after the bye week, but that's just me.
I want him back for the Bucks game. I want to see him destroy Brady.
Or I want to see Brady destroy him.
No.
He'll truck him.
No. What?
He'll hurdle him. Like Josh Allen does. Speaking of Josh Allen, we're going to talk about the Bills and the Ravens game that happened yesterday.
Thank you for winning.
The Ravens are the new Falcon, boy.
Oh, yeah, they choked a 20-3 lead. It was just interesting. I don't know why they didn't go for the field goal on that, the 4th and goal.
How did Lamar play?
He played all right. Minus.
He had 2 interceptions.
Yeah, both those interceptions came in the second half at crucial points.
The last one was in the end zone.
Yeah,
right?
that 4th and goal play, which, like I said, I think they should have just went for the field goal.
Because then it would have been 23-20 the other way.
Yeah.
So it could have been a potential overtime game.
I don't know. Their defense just, I don't know. It doesn't look like the defense of Ravens past.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Oh wow.
That's really their losing point right now. I mean, they're giving away leads. I mean, granted, it's on the because you can't go in somewhere and put up 20 points and then be up 20-0 or 20 to something, and then once your defense start falling off, granted it is on your defense, they should keep that lead. But at that same time, if they start putting up touchdowns and start putting up points, you need to go your offense needs to go out there and you guys need to put up points. You guys can't have. Even though your defense is doing a bad job, you can't have all these points be unanswered. Right. So I think it's on both. But the Ravens, I feel like, are the best team in the NFL for the first half. For the first half, I don't think anyone's beating them. But it was like the Vikings last year. I think the Vikings, their record was 14-3 last year. If you don't play the final 2 minutes of the first and second half. That's how crazy good they were, but they would let so much happen in the final 2 minutes of both halves that they were a mediocre team. And I feel like that's what the Ravens are. If you don't play the second half, I mean, nobody's stopping the Ravens this year. But unfortunately, we got to play second half of football.
Right.
So.
All right. That's really all the standout games for me.
Well, we never even talked about the Bengals game. I mean, we talked about Tua's injury, but...
I mean, not really too much to go. I mean, yeah, just...
I think if Tua didn't get injured, the Bengals would have lost that game.
I mean...
it could have been 50-50.
Yeah. The Bengals weren't losing in those white uniforms. Come on, though.
Wasn't it a close game, though? Wasn't it 25-17?
I mean, yeah, but,
It was close, but, I mean, it was... I don't know. It was Tyreek and Jalen Waddle against the Bengals. I feel like the running game wasn't really going. The defense was playing okay. I don't know. I feel like the Bengals, as Ty said, the Bengals wasn't losing in them white. I mean, I definitely think it would have been a lot closer. It would have been a lot better of a game. But I mean, I watched the first half and I personally didn't even see the Tua injury live because I got bored of the game.
Man, you should have watched it.
Oh.
Well, I ended up.
I was at work when it happened, but I watched it back, and then I said,
Bro
"Oh
was
my
hurting.
God!"
I thought he died.
Yeah, no, I watched it. I've seen it, and I watched it back over. I went into my phone, I rewinded it to watch the actual play and everything, but I wasn't watching it live when it happened.
Wasn't it a clean play too?
Nothing dirty about it. It wasn't a dirty play.
It wasn't nothing dirty. It was honestly.
He was just trying to get the sack. That was all.
Right.
Yeah, I think Tua already had head damage, and I think when he's
The fact that he was in the game
back-
was fucking ridiculous.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
But
I think it was just
I
when
mean,
you have head damage, your brain is full of nerves, you know.
Right.
So and honestly, the brain is what makes y'all seen Jameis Winston. Your brain starts everything on your elbow. You know, you got your elbows, but your elbows, you know. So
I mean,
um,
y'all know who
I feel
Antonio
like-
Brown is. After Vontez Burfict, he ain't been the same.
I swear to God. So I feel like it was just he had like head damage already from a concussion. I think
Agreed.
if he would have sat, he would have been good. But I feel like when he went down and got hit, it's the nerves just all reacting to
Right.
make his hands go like that. So
See, like,
just don't know.
luckily he's okay, and like he's okay quickly too.
yeah.
Like that's great news. What was I gonna say? Oh, and then on the bright side, the dude that cleared him for that game, he's fired. He's gone.
But the
So-
thing is, so a lot of people got a misinterpretation of that because a lot of people think I just watched something on the NFL Network, and it was explaining that. So a lot of people think that man was fired because of clearing Tua, but that's not what it was. So
No,
the
yeah,
reason
they fired him for multiple reasons.
Well, the reason they fired him, I guess they said that he was uncooperative
Mhm.
through everything. So, like, with everything that they were trying to talk to him about, he was very uncooperative and he was very rude. So they fired him. But it had nothing to do with the actual decision. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is, but I heard it didn't have to do with the actual decision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, moral of the story, yeah, he shouldn't have been playing.
Right.
Luckily, he's not gonna be playing against the Jets. Give him some time to rest, because if you received brain trauma, more likely you're gonna receive another fucking
Right.
shit. If you're going back out there too quickly.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he took more games off than just the Jets. I wouldn't be surprised.
I would not be mad at all.
That's a scare. That's
I
like,
wouldn't, and I don't
that's
like Tua,
career
but I
ending.
wouldn't even give him crap if he missed the next 3 games. All on him. I mean, at the end of the day, like the head is a scary ass thing. Like
Yeah.
I feel like to me, it's the second most important part of your body. So
Mm-hmm.
What's the first most important?
your heart.
I guess. Oh, I thought you meant like in.
Yeah, that's
I thought you
right.
meant in
That's
foot.
the
I thought you
best.
meant in football. I thought you meant like.
No,
That's
just
why.
in real life.
Yeah, no. Okay.
In general, true
Okay.
football life, boy.
Yeah, I thought you meant like just like for football. I was like, how is that not the most important? That's funny.
But still, your heart, boy. You ain't gonna be beaten. You know, your brain ain't gonna get no blood.
That's funny.
But yeah, I mean, not really too much else happened in the NFL world. I mean, the Raiders got their first win of the season, so now every team has won at least one game.
I just want the
So
Broncos to lose.
That is false.
What?
The Texans have not won.
oh yeah, you were right. They technically have not
I
won
know.
one.
Because they
Because I'm
got.
checking
Yeah.
every week because I had the Texans as the one team that will never win this season. So I'm trying to keep up and see if I'm right. That's the one team I have not winning a game. And they even tied a game. They have not won yet.
Yep.
So I've come. So I have a buddy. I know you remember Gary.
Mm-hmm.
James, do you remember Gary, the tall Frenchman, my buddy?
I think so.
So he's a Broncos fan, and I always give him crap for that, like saying the Broncos are trash ever since Peyton left. And he watched the first podcast and said Ty is great because he put them at a high record. He also said thank you. I forgot to tell you that.
You're welcome.
But I have them at 7-10, so I just want to see them lose just for that sake. Now I want to see Gary's team.
Well, I mean,
fail consecutively.
Yeah. You guys know I've always fucked with the Broncos.
Yeah.
You know, like go Broncos. You know what I'm saying?
Broncos country.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like even before, like back in the old, even before Manning took over the helm, like when it was even like Tim Tebow. You know.
Tebow!
Oh.
Yeah, bro. Tebow time was nothing like Tebow time. If y'all was in range of...
Even though
if you were
Tebow.
down touchdowns with 2 minutes left, you were still in the game with Tebow.
Yeah, even though Tim Tebow screwed over my Steelers back in 2011.
Bro, he had God with him, bro.
With
on
that,
his side.
yeah, with that pass to Demarius Thomas, rest in peace.
Hey, peace.
All right. Any other games y'all want to talk about?
Didn't the Packers lose to the Patriots?
No, they beat the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
They beat him at OT though.
It was OT.
OT.
Because I saw that at half they were losing. I saw a pick six was right before the half.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and in my opinion, the Patriots were screwed over. Personally.
Oh, what? So I don't know if y'all actually saw it, but why did Bill get heated? I heard he threw his mic or whatever.
Yeah, it's tough, and that I think it changed the game. The Patriots should have won. There was a ball Aaron Rodgers threw. It was a beautiful ball. Yeah, I even said it in the group chat. I was like, that was a great pass. Dude dropped it. Like, he dove for the ball in the end zone, and when he dove, he turned around and did the same thing Des Bryant did. But he didn't make the steps. He literally just turned, and when he landed on the ground, the ball made it fumble, right? So it was made an incomplete catch because he didn't step or nothing.
Right.
So, it was called incomplete. They were back at the line of scrimmage. The play clock was at 5. Mm-hmm. The refs restarted the whole play clock for the Packers. The Packers then continued to watch the screen, and they challenged it. Granted, the challenge didn't change, but right there, that play clock should have either went down or they should have had to call a timeout to be able to do all that, because that should have been a delay game. They wouldn't have been able to challenge. They would have been farther back, things like that. So personally, I think they kind of got screwed over because they were at 5 seconds. They should have,
right.
Should have called timeout. And then they had another 25 seconds, not only to, if they didn't want to challenge it, to go over everything again. Which, I don't know. I don't think it was pretty cool. But, I mean, both of the teams played like garbage.
Right.
I mean, the dude...
Well, so the reason why I bring that, because the Patriots, we already expected to play like garbage. We expected that. So the thing
is, they had their backup in.
Mac is hurt. Mac is hurt.
They had their third string in.
See, that's even crazier. We already all... Wait, did you think the Patriots were going to suck?
I thought they were going to be...
Average.
Average, yeah.
All right, me and James thought they were going to suck. But, that... So we were expecting that. The Packers... To do trash against a third string?
The same thing. The Packers are going to be garbage this year, too.
I honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they missed the playoffs.
The Packers?
Not,
they're 3-1.
It doesn't matter.
They're
struggling. Just because
they had
struggling.
2 bad games. They had a bad game against the Patriots, and then they had 3. Who they play bad against?
3
the Vikings, the Patriots, and who else?
The Vikings, the Patriots, and the Bucks. Even though they beat the Bucks, they put up 14 points.
Of course they're gonna...
You got me fucked up and think that's a good team. They put up 14 points.
It's pretty bad.
Of course they put up... The Bucks actually have a good defense.
Bullshit! The Chiefs just put up 41 last
Of course
night.
the Chiefs did. It's the Kansas City Chiefs.
And
with fucking Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce,
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette. There is no reason that offense should not be putting up more points. And we're talking about that
maybe the Packers defense actually stepped up.
Bullshit. Give me a break. They put up 14 points. You're not fooling me. Get off Aaron Rodgers' coattail and see he's good, but he's not Tom Brady. Tom Brady can take a nobody, make them into a wide receiver.
Aaron Rodgers can't?
Doing that. He's not doing that right now.
He's been doing that for Randall Cobb for years.
Hold on.
Randall Cobb been a monster.
Randall Cobb was trash when he was outside of fucking Green Bay. He was shit he was shit with the Cowboys. He was shit with fucking the Texans. And then he went back to fucking Green Bay, and now he's actually flourishing again.
And I want you to realize, you just said he was shit on the Texans with David Mills.
No. It was Deshaun Watson on the team when he was there.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
I'm going to take Ty's word.
Randall Cobb was with the Cowboys.
No.
Deshaun Watson hasn't played since DeAndre Hopkins went away, and DeAndre Hopkins never played with Randall Cobb. He didn't play with him until
because Deshaun only missed last year, right?
No, Deshaun missed last year.
He missed last year, and then he played 2 years ago, right?
I don't know.
Because last year that's when he joined back with the Packers. Like, this is his second season on his second term with the Packers. Before that, he was on Houston, which is when Deshaun played, and then before that, that's when he was with the Cowboys.
What I think Deshaun's been out 2 years.
No, he was only
Watson hasn't played since the 2020 season. 2 years ago.
Maybe
and
he did play with them.
Yeah, he did.
But still, you're not going to call Randall a scrub.
So real quick, Rodgers can do what Brady does in the talk about making somebody. It's now on the receivers to catch a ball. Rodgers has been throwing it into their hands. He could probably give Tom a run for his money for precision. They have.
If we're going,
Rodgers is pretty. Pretty precise.
Here's my
precision. I'm gonna be honest. Aaron Rodgers is better than Brady. Brady has leadership. That's what will always put him over everybody. It doesn't matter. Everyone can beat him in every single category. The reason Brady is the greatest, because Brady knows how to lead the team. A-Rod don't.
But what I'm saying, at the end of the day, Rodgers can do the same thing that Brady can do in making somebody a somebody. It's just up to the receivers if they actually want to become a somebody.
Personally, I only think Aaron Rodgers has made one receiver, and I don't even say he made him, but we could give it to Davante Adams. But I can't solidly say that we see Packers leave, or wide receivers from the Packers leave the Packers and actually be a wide receiver or a known wide receiver. But like when they leave the Patriots, there's somebody like Danny Amendola. Granted, he didn't do nothing, but he left the Patriots, got a huge contract because of everything Brady did. Julian Edelman, he made Julian Edelman look amazing. You know, he had Wes Welker look amazing. Granted, Wes Welker was somebody, so I don't want to get hate on that. Wes Welker has always been somebody. But he made Rob Gronkowski somebody. Like, he's made all the, Chris Hogan. Motherfucker played lacrosse.
Gronkowski
made him
would have
look
been
like
somebody without Tom.
Made him look like a menace in a Super Bowl. So it's like, we look at all these people, and it's like, I can't say that for A-Rod. I mean, we got Jordy Nelson, but I feel like Jordy Nelson has always been a beast. Randall Cobb, I've known Randall Cobb is a menace since college days. I mean, I didn't watch him in college, but college records was amazing. And then Davante Adams. But outside of those three, I can't name another stud from Packers wide receivers.
all I'm saying, I don't even know how we got into this one.
I don't either. I'm just glad that y'all argued for the first time.
No, it's because he's hating on Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay.
Much.
If we are not going based off like careers and like skill wise, Aaron Rodgers is probably the greatest quarterback of all time.
Okay, and I get that, but for some reason we always like to focus on certain people, right? And we like to focus on their records, things like that. But we never see all these things Aaron Rodgers done. And he has won Super Bowl.
But I'm not talking about Super Bowls like as of right now.
But that's what I'm saying. We talk about this guy so highly, but we shit on the Cowboys, for instance. And it's a biased thing, but we shit on Cowboys because Cowboys can't win a playoff game. Cowboys can't get to the Super Bowl. They can't win. But Aaron Rodgers can't either. Dude has been in the league since when? 2006.
He started in 2008. That's when he took over for Brett Favre.
Okay, so 2008 to 2022, right? That is 14 years. Dude has won one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he's the greatest.
He's one of the greatest.
I can't see that. I don't know. I don't know. Patrick Mahomes has won. Like, Drew Brees has won. So you're telling me, like, because personally I think Drew Brees is better than Aaron Rodgers.
So are you telling me Garoppolo is better than Aaron Rodgers? because Garoppolo has 2
you
rings.
might as well put him up there. Garoppolo got 3, dog.
That's wild.
Like, it's just, I don't know. He doesn't. Aaron Rodgers don't get it done enough. Like, I think we need to stop looking like we know you can play in the regular season, but to me, I could care less if you play in the regular season. I need you to play in the playoffs. And to me, Aaron Rodgers don't show up in the playoffs.
I wouldn't say he doesn't show up in the playoffs.
What about all of the other people?
You gotta look at some of the teams he's faced too, like in the.
So we're gonna put it on all the rest of every single one of his teams every year he loses, and we're just never gonna.
I'm not saying that, but you also can't just blame it on Aaron Rodgers.
But like you can't, we can blame everyone's teams for not holding their own. We can blame Brady's teams. For
but I'm saying if you're gonna just out Aaron Rodgers, out the entire Packers team. Don't he's out.
He's had bad teams or bad coaches throughout time, but I'm saying like throughout all this time, bro, you always find a way to choke, and like you can't tell me last year there might have been some bad coaches.
Last year he did choke. I will give you that.
49ers, that dude choked.
Yeah, I will give you last year.
Before against the 49ers, or not the year before, but the year prior, he choked against the 49ers. He can't dude chokes a lot. You can put the blame on him sometimes as well. And I feel like
I agree. I'm just saying don't just out him.
No, and I'm not just outing him. It's just he's the most known player on the. He's the only dude on the Packers right now, and
right.
He's playing he is playing good. He's getting the ball to their players, but I don't know. I don't think the Packers are scary. I don't think they're somebody.
It will be interesting to see what the Packers do, because as of right now, they are leading the NFC North. It'll be very interesting. Minnesota.
What are they, 2-2?
Yeah, Minnesota's 2-2. That looks like to be their own threat. I mean, the Bears are also 2-2. And Detroit.
You guys are gonna laugh the Lions, bro.
Yeah,
the Lions are pretty. Granted, their defense can get shit under control.
They're putting up points. No, they're putting up points. Like they almost who did they just play?
Seattle.
They almost beat them. They lost by 3.
Yeah, they're the
highest. And it was a 40. They were what? Both 40 points.
Yeah, 45-42.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I think the Bears are not a team to be scared of, but the Lions are. But even though the records are whatever, but I'm just gonna say the Lions might be terrifying next year.
Oh yeah.
They could be scary this year if their defense.
They just gotta fix it.
If they can cut it in half, honestly, just whatever you guys have been doing, if you guys can tighten up a little bit and cut the points in half of what people have been scoring.
Yeah, solid. Agreed.
All right. Let's get out of the football realm because we've been talking about it for too much.
That was a long one.
It was a long one, especially because some people just don't like Aaron Rodgers. No, just kidding. But I guess, Jaden, while you were away in the land of Disney, me and James got a chance to play the new Call of Duty beta for Modern Warfare 2.
Right.
James, since you're the more of a Call of Duty guy than I am, let's give you your thoughts first.
I liked it a lot. I think it was really solid. I mean, granted, there are things that were wrong with the game. There's problems, things like that, but it's a beta for a reason, and I have full trust that the little things that they have wrong with it, they had their people playing the beta with us as well, and coming back to them and telling them some stuff. So I know the little things that were my problem, they'll be fixed up with the beta because it was just small bugs and things like that. But overall, it was a good game. I liked the no slide cancellations. I like the reload one, where you can't stop the reload. I told you I really like the perk system in this game.
Yeah.
I like that there's, I think there's 5 to 7 created perk classes, and it will have all this stuff, and then you can also create your own, and you can create your own for each. And so it's normal like every other one, but it's because it's not like perk 1, perk 2, perk 3, and you have to pick a perk from that class. It's kind of here's your first perk, here's your second perk, or your upgrades and stuff, and then like throughout the game, the farther you get in, your perks upgrade, and you go that route, and so you can really choose like what you do. Like they have certain perks for snipers, certain perks for LMGs, things like that make you tanky or shit like that. So I like it. I think it was really dope. I think they did a good job. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that when it's released, it's as good, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of maps they have, because they only had, what, 3, 4?
Yeah, they only had 3.
Yeah, they only had a couple maps for the betas, so...
the maps were fun, though.
But, yeah.
So,
yeah, it was cool.
Did I send you the video?
Of what?
I don't know. It was I'm assuming it was COD, but I could be very wrong. It was a gun game, and it was zombies, but they were playing in The Office.
Oh, no, that's Last of Us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Last of Us remake part 1 on a PS5.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which, I mean...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you are a Last of Us fan, I would buy it. But if you already have, like, the remastered for PS4, me personally, I would just stay with that one.
Right.
Solid game, though.
Solid game. I don't know if you guys ever played the second one. I know Jaden didn't. You did? Did you finish it? Okay.
I'm not going.
What did you think of the ending?
I was pissed off right away from the beginning of it.
So, oh yeah, like everybody was.
Yeah, I was. So, I mean, it was okay. I'm excited for this TV show, or is it a movie that they're making?
TV show.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. It's gonna be interesting to see how they bring it to life. But, I mean, it was alright.
Yeah. See, I like playing it, and I still have the recording of me playing it somewhere. Maybe I'll upload it. But like, I felt like in that final battle, like I felt gross, like fucking like playing that shit. But it was a very interesting way to end it. Very. Yeah, it got a lot of controversy. Because
I mean, the second game in total pissed me off because I played the first one.
Yeah,
obviously, and the story mode was great. But my personal opinion about games that have story modes, I love when they add a multiplayer, because it means that if my friends have gotten it too and they're really into the story, we can go onto a multiplayer and play whatever. I don't care what type of multiplayer they do.
Mm-hmm.
Go on and play multiplayer if it's okay. And I feel like the way The Last of Us 1 did their multiplayer, I loved it. I don't know if you ever played The Last of Us 1 multiplayer. It was fantastic. It was like there'd be, it was kind of like a battle royale in an aspect of like there were like loot chests around and stuff, and like you could loot them to get like bandages and stuff, and then you would have to, but it was like a small map, and like you would have to craft bandages or like a bomb and stuff or pipe bombs and shit. But it was cool, and then it was like a team deathmatch. So it was solid. And I was mad that Last of Us 2 didn't come out with any.
Yeah, it was just strictly story mode.
Strictly story, and that kind of irritated me.
Yeah, no, it was cool. Jane, I think you might need to, or at least watch like the cutscenes to see why people didn't like it.
Okay.
Because a lot of people did not like the story to Last of Us 2. I thought it was whatever. I liked it.
It was okay.
It was like I said. I'm not saying. Yeah, it was.
I didn't.
The first one was obviously better, but like
the first one was fucking amazing.
Beautiful.
Now, the second one, I will give it praises head to toe on just the look of it, like the graphics, everything. Like it was a phenomenal game that they put out. Just the story mode, it was, as I said, I didn't hate the story mode, but I didn't love it. It was just, it was alright. I wouldn't play it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't go through and play Last of Us 2 again. If I want to play Last of Us, I'll play Last of Us 1 story mode again.
Yeah.
But I won't go play the second one again.
Yeah. Alright. And then I guess going back to Call of Duty, because that's why I wanted to talk about it until Last of Us came out. But yeah, no, I had fun playing it. Surprisingly, like I told James, I had a lot of more fun playing with James than I did like just by myself or definitely brings me back to old school Call of Duty.
That's what's up.
Especially especially because people are so toxic again. But no, yeah, I had a lot of fun. I especially had a lot more fun after I unlocked the SMG.
Boy, that SMG, boy, let me tell you something. That thing is crazy.
Yeah, SMG's nice. I just hope it's good. One of the problems I had with Vanguard was the server. So I hope that's not an issue for this upcoming Call of Duty. Because for the server for Vanguard, I feel like a lot of the time, like I would get like it would take a long time to load into a match, and if I do load into a match, I'm like already halfway into the match, so it's no real point. And then also just like lag, it would break. So hopefully the servers are good.
Right.
Hopefully we can all have fun playing Call of Duty when it comes out.
When does it come out?
October 28th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this upcoming month.
October?
Yeah, it's October 3rd, the day where we are recording this.
No, I mean the release though. I could have swore.
Yeah.
What coming in November?
God of War Ragnarok, Sonic the Hedgehog. No,
God of War.
That's later.
that's in February.
Oh.
All right, but something that also isn't coming out in October, but more will come out in September of 2024 is Deadpool 3.
Let's go!
Where they basically announced that Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is coming back.
Let's go!
So they didn't. They said, "No, we're not gonna get a new Wolverine. We're gonna bring Hugh back. I think for the last time." And then, yeah. I mean, James, apparently, I guess you don't like Wolverine.
Or Deadpool, it sounded like.
You don't like Deadpool either?
That's what it sounded like when you
I like
when you was talking
Deadpool.
about it.
Deadpool's cool. Here's the thing. I don't mind Wolverine, but to me, like, as a thinker, X-Men didn't make sense. Because you gotta think, he was always fighting Magneto. His blades are metal.
Well, there were a couple times where the man's just went.
Yeah, he's done that like before.
Yeah, so I don't know. But, I mean, Wolverine's cool. He alright.
Yeah.
He's one of the best superheroes in the
That's
universe.
what I'm saying.
They say he's one of the
Well,
best.
that's because you're a hater. That's because you're a hater.
I'm not a hater. I don't have a
He's
problem
a
with Wolverine.
hater.
I got a problem with Captain America.
Oh,
That's who I got a
speaking
problem
of, you want to see what Michaela got me? I know you're gonna hate it, but it's dope.
I already see the trash ass shirt you got on.
Clean. Look at that. Oh, you can't really see.
I was about to say, describe it for everybody listening on Spotify and Apple Music.
All right, so
Or
basically,
podcast
it's one of them like wall pieces of art, and it's Captain America. He's holding his shield, and then in his other hand, he's holding the flag. It's pretty cool. I like it because I love Captain America. But, anyways.
James just shaking his head.
But Wolverine's dope.
Wolverine's pretty badass, I do
Probably
gotta
like
say.
one of my top
Top
five
five,
favorite
yeah.
heroes in MCU.
I mean, yeah, not
I
really.
like Cyclops better. But that's
You
not
like-
I don't think Cyclops is better, but I like him better. I'm going to say it like that.
Yeah.
I personally like Cyclops better.
That's fair. No, I'll give it to you. That's fair.
But I don't think, I definitely think Wolverine is definitely the strongest X-Men, I think. Not second. Professor X is for sure the strongest.
Probably.
Ain't
yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
on
and
that.
then, I mean,
Professor
Dark
X is
Phoenix.
anybody else.
Phoenix
You
is
said who?
Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Phoenix is stronger too. I think Phoenix is stronger than Professor X. Actually, I think she's considered the strongest mutant.
All right.
Either, anyways.
So,
But for Deadpool 3, so I was talking to Jonah about Deadpool 3, and like I love that Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine, because he's one of those actors where you can't replace. It's going to be real hard, because I know they're going to eventually, or I don't know, they could.
I don't think Wolverine will make it his way into the MCU. If you want my honest
just
opinion.
did.
Deadpool 3 is
MCU.
I
MCU.
think this is the only way, though. I think like once they take it like this, if Hugh Jackman doesn't go on, I don't think they'll bring him actually into the MCU.
I don't know.
So
They're gonna pull this multiverse bullshit.
So here's the problem with it, because even though I love that it's Hugh Jackman, the biggest problem is Hugh Jackman going to continue as Wolverine, because he hasn't confirmed none of that. All we know is he's coming for this movie. So is he only doing this movie, or is he going to continue until the time period of 2029 comes where Logan happens and he dies? Because if he does, then it can work. It can work very, very well, and I know a lot of fans will be happy. But if they decide they only want Hugh for this movie, I agree with you. They shouldn't bring in another Wolverine. Like, even though there is multiverse, I don't think you bring him in. Because if you're making Deadpool, part of it, you're not going to change Deadpool. You're going to make him the main Deadpool, whether it's multiverse or not. It's Ryan Reynolds. You're not getting another Deadpool. Nobody else is Deadpool like Ryan Reynolds. So you're either going to never use Wolverine again, or you somehow convince him to play however many movies until his timeline dies out with Logan, because they already said they're not touching Logan whatsoever. So
I was gonna say, but technically, if you think about it, and we're in this multiverse saga, if you really think about it, Wolverine never dies in Logan, because if they leave,
they said they're not touching it. They said that they will not touch Logan. He dies.
That's what they're saying now, but I don't know. I feel like we'll tell with time.
I think Hugh wouldn't allow that. But
I think Hugh don't give a fuck. You give Hugh a good enough check, Hugh
that's what I'm
gonna act.
saying. He just gotta get a.
And I'm
Right.
the same thing. He could care less. I think it came to about his age, but I feel like now it's like, okay, if you're gonna hand me money, you guys are gonna be. I don't have to face the backlash. You guys have to face all these fans questioning.
well, right.
I'm just getting paid.
But I mean, at
So I
the
don't
same
think he
time,
cares.
I believe that some of these actors do love what they do, or they wouldn't do it for as long as they do. So I think at some point he'll care. But
I also think Marvel has something big in mind, because I still, a lot of people think I'm stupid. I still think Iron Man's coming back. I definitely do. I think Iron Man, I think Captain America, I think all of them come back.
So me and Ty talked about this the other day. I think yesterday? Yeah, it was
last
yesterday
night.
when you sent us that video.
Yeah, I've been
and-
believing it. That's why I keep telling you guys this, because I honestly think that's something that's going on.
So this is the only way that in my mind it'll be okay, because it's stupid to bring them back. It's stupid to bring all of them back. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard from a universe. It's really bad. Because why would you, like Ty was telling me this, why would you do all of that just to bring them back? Like,
My thing, I said, like, because you killed them off in, like, Endgame and all that, like, all this shit. So it's like, what was the point of killing them if you were going to just bring them back?
it's super stupid.
Because you got to think, that was the first 3 phases. So now we're going to go through phase 4, 5, and 6. And at the end, that's where we have Kang. And Kang is...
Oh, no, but
I don't need them.
But like I said, like, because, okay, yeah, you have phase 4 or 5, whatever. But, like, with Marvel, they already have all this shit mapped out. So, like, they already knew. It's not like they went to phase 3 and then was like, oh, fuck, well, now I need them in phase 6.
Right.
Like, fucking, they've had this shit planned out for God knows how long. So, like I just don't see a point of why you killed fucking Iron Man if fucking, like,
He's coming back.
yeah, and you could be like, oh, well, fucking Robert Downey Jr. didn't want to fucking be Iron Man anymore, and now he does, like, because you gave him fucking $50 billion to fucking be Iron Man again.
Yeah.
And it's like, I guess, but then it's just a lot of fucking, like,
Cop out.
it's a lot of cop-out bullshit, a lot of fucking reckoning of, or not reckoning, fucking, fuck, I can't think of the word right now, but just a lot of, like, retconning fucking all the shit that's, like, already been fucking placed.
Right.
And that's what Marvel's been doing a lot lately, and I don't like that.
So I think the only way it's okay is if you want to use the multiverse and you want to do all that crap, bring in other actors. Bring in your Tom Cruise Iron Man. whatever, because it's not Iron. It's not Iron Man. It's not somebody It's not somebody we grew to love as Iron Man. It's what could have been way early on. So bring him in. Bring in whoever else. Like whatever. But leave what we've already been through. Done. Like Iron Man is dead. So leave him dead. Leave Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man in the grave. Don't bring him back.
Wouldn't mind it.
I would.
I would
be so dumb. It was one of the greatest performances in Marvel, and to bring him back to life would be a slap in the face to all the fans. It'd be dumb.
It'd be a slap in the face. You also gotta think, we don't get paid billions of dollars. They do. They create the stories. So you never know. There might be an
if that's the thing
you have planned out.
Yeah, if that's the case where they decide to bring back that certain Iron Man, they're done. They're done for choosing that storyline.
Well, if that's the case too, then it's like, why are you why are you giving so much money for, say, Iron Man to come back? Like, and then that shit's just gonna affect how your fucking movie looks visually.
Right.
Like, that's what they did with fucking Moon Knight. Moon Knight's fucking was terrible CGI. Fucking She-Hulk is the same thing. They're having all these cameos, and yet it's fucking taking a course, and everything about the goddamn show is terrible.
I haven't watched it since episode 2, but the first 2 episodes weren't bad.
No. It's fucking terrible.
I don't know. I thought the first 2 episodes were pretty solid.
No, it's fucking terrible. They're leaning on the crutch that, oh, by the way, Daredevil is going to be in this show, and then he's not going to be in the final episode because they want to kind of use that as a crutch. They've been using it in their ads for the show. They've been using it in the fucking show itself because they know that fucking how they are writing it, She-Hulk can't carry a show on her own. And I believe she can, but not this version of She-Hulk. They're relying on fucking cameos from fucking as Bruce Wayne, or not Bruce Wayne, Bruce Banner's Hulk. Fucking
well, that one makes sense.
And it makes sense, yeah. But then you have people like Wong. Like, what the fuck is Wong doing here? What the fuck?
I told you this is. I mean, we've agreed on it semi, like 50-50, and I know Jaden completely disagrees. But I think that is the problem with Marvel, is they do shows. I think they need to stop doing shows because of how many shows they're doing. They're fucking up 50% of them, so we're really only getting 1 to 2 good shows.
Well,
I mean, you just look at the difference. You look at how many shows we're asking Marvel to, or that Marvel is putting out. I could give 2 fucks about Daredevil. I don't need a Daredevil show. I had Daredevil in the past. I don't need Daredevil again. Like, yeah, it's cool, but I care about more people and you getting more stories in than a Daredevil. Daredevil isn't important. I'm sorry to tell you, he's really not. The fact that, we're giving him so much attention where you could be putting the attention elsewhere and focusing on more stuff. Because you look at Star Wars. Star Wars takes their time with making each and every show, and each and every show they've came out with has been amazing. Better, even better. Like, from Mandalorian to Boba Fett to Obi-Wan, they've only gotten better. I've not gotten a chance to sit down and watch Andor yet, but they just keep getting better. There's no critics. You can't sit here and be, that wasn't too great. Like, Boba Fett was better than Mandalorian, and Obi-Wan was better than Boba Fett. And it's like, we can't see that from Marvel.
See, I'm not saying I disagree on all of it. I think the idea of having shows is a good idea. The problem is they are putting out too many shows. That's the problem. They're not taking their time anymore, like how they've done with movies. And that's the biggest thing. They're putting quantity over quality. They've shown that they could do. They have shown that they can do a good show. They've shown it multiple times. Now they're being careless and just throwing things out, and that's why we're getting bad quality. They're pushing CGI markets over the limit to where they can't put together something nice, which throws off their show. And they've came out and said that they hate working with Marvel because of that reason. So I don't think it's the idea of having shows is bad. It's them wanting everything out now. That's the problem.
Shows. I think we need to go back to just movies. We need to go back to. I remember back when Hawkeye and Black Widow, they never got no movies. They never got no TV shows. You know how they were
Well, Hawkeye
introduced?
did.
Thor movie. No, he didn't.
Hawkeye has
And
a
Back
show.
in the day,
Black
back in the
Widow.
day.
Now
Okay.
they do. But how they were introduced was a Thor movie. The main character, and they threw them in and had a scene with them to where they were introduced as well.
Right.
When you're not a main character, when you're not the guy, you don't deserve a TV show. You don't deserve a movie. You know? Like, if you're not one of the faces that they're wanting you to be. And I
Okay,
feel like
but
we just
they-
need to go back into the movie.
But they became main
became
characters.
guys.
So then where did their movie
exactly.
go? So then where's
later?
No, Black Widow got one
Hawkeye
years
never
later. We got a Black Widow movie after everything happened. After the entire Infinity Saga.
Yeah,
And it was trash.
it was.
Yeah, so what do you mean?
Because they're rushing. They should wait. They should have done it in the past. They should, if we're gonna introduce a character and they're gonna be a main character, make it. But I'm saying like Daredevil, he should be treated the same as Black Widow and stuff. If he gets into that main character role and people love him the way they did Black Widow, then make a movie and fuck up his movie the same way he did Black Widow.
But
if
people love Daredevil.
So with Daredevil, I think Marvel's already confirmed that they want Daredevil and Spider-Man to be the like kind of the main two guys that lead like kind of like the street level like crimes and all that bullshit. So
and you can't like that's a dope idea. Like it's solid. That's why they're doing another Daredevil show. And not only that, but the first Daredevil show was a big success.
Like, I'm just saying Daredevil as a person, he's not really. That's why I'm using him as a reference, because he's not like, you know, or an example, because he's not a big deal to most people.
But
to a lot of people.
But neither is Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, She-Hulk. But we got shows from that.
Yeah, I'm just using Daredevil as an example.
That was a really bad example.
Like Marvel. I didn't like Moon Knight. I haven't liked none of these motherfuckers either. Daredevil was just right there. I'm wearing red. It came to mind.
It's just a really bad example. That's a solid show to base off of.
Well,
we haven't even got to the show, so I'm just making it an example. If it's Daredevil, to me, I think the show's a stupid idea. I still do. They need to make a movie because the first movie wasn't that great. We already got the Netflix series. Why are we pulling out a whole new movie or a whole new show?
To reintroduce his character into the MCU.
Show a couple of years ago.
To reintroduce his character into the MCU to make it canon.
Okay, so why don't we just make a movie? We literally just got a show from him. Granted, it might not have been Disney, but we just got a show of Daredevil.
But it doesn't need a movie. Not all of these characters need movies. That's the thing.
We also can't say that. We also can't say that it.
Marvel can do better if we break some of them into movies instead of doing these little shows.
I was about to say Daredevil.
These little shows aren't working.
Daredevil was in fucking Spider-Man.
Right.
Like, you definitely look. Phase 1 through 3, there was 0 fucking TV shows, and it was fire.
Because
now we have TV shows, and all these TV shows, 90% of them have been ass.
Because
only like
for the first,
good.
for the first 3 phases, they made it without the idea of a streaming platform. Now, when they have Disney Plus, there's a new opportunity to put in shows.
And I get that, and I get the idea, and it's easy to incorporate it. It's easy money, blah 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 blah. But I don't give a fuck about that. I want good. I remember back when
you can have
Marvel is looking worse than DC right now with their shows.
Well, we all know that their shows have always been terrible.
Like,
but then they put out solid shows.
Terrible.
They have shown that they can put out a good show series. They've shown it. You can't say that they haven't. So
yeah, they have.
The problem is stop rushing it. It's not that it's a TV show because they've done good with them. They've shown it. So now the problem is take your time with it and give the fans a better
But you don't understand. Taking
a better
your time with it means less TV shows. Because if you're taking your time with it, right? Because you got to think. I personally don't know how long they spent on Captain America, the TV show. But let's say say, a year and a half, right? They spent a year and a half. If they keep doing that, they're going to have to cut down. They're either going to have to hire more people, which they could, very well could, because, Disney owns everything damn near. But they'd either have to hire more people or they have to cut the amount of shows down because of the length that it's going to take to make these shows. They're not going to be able to release the next show.
No.
Or do something. I don't know. As I said,
no, because
like
if you
can't be done, they're just not doing it. So stop the shows. If you can't do it good, consistently, don't do it.
See, I don't think you're understanding. Just take your time. That's all you have. You just gotta take your time. You can do the shows.
But they're not. So stop it.
Exactly. So don't stop it, but take your time. That's all they need to do. That's the only thing they need to do to fix it. Because I'm perfectly fine with having more characters being introduced this way so that when a movie comes out, like, we have a little bit of time to, like, oh, cool, this is a good show. This is a good show. And now a big movie's coming out.
We're telling them to take their time, but they have to get all these characters that y'all want their TV shows for, y'all want their movies for. They have to rush this shit out to get them out and introduced before the Avenger movie. It's the fans who want all these shows. It's y'all's fault that these shows are bad because they have to rush them to get them out. I don't want the shows. Just incorporate them in the movie. I'd have been cool seeing Daredevil just in the movie. I'd be cool seeing Moon Knight in a movie. Just show up. Let me see his face. Oh, that's Moon Knight. Boom, that's cool. That means when the Avengers come out, I can get a good movie. But everyone wanting all these characters introduced and wanting them, oh, they need their personal time. We need to learn about them. No, we don't. I didn't know shit about Black Widow. All I knew is she was a badass bitch that was fucking up these aliens in the first Avenger movie. And that's all I needed to know.
Well, you actually got to see Black Widow in multiple movies to learn about her character.
See, my point is what I'm saying. Like, here's the thing, though. We're focusing so much on getting all these people out. They can't take their time because
Marvel is a part of Disney. Disney is a huge corporation. We all know that. If they are listening to only fans, then that's on them. That's not the fans' fault. It's zero part of the fans' fault. We could demand all we want. They don't have to listen. They could do whatever they want. So it's zero fault to the fans. It's all fault to the corporation.
It's zero fault to the fans. I mean,
it is
at the end of the day, you definitely do got to listen to your fans. Because at the end of the day, Disney doesn't make any money without their fans.
Correct. And how did they get their fans? They did what they did.
They did what they did. But now, it's when they have thousands and thousands and millions, billions of people going at them saying, oh, we want this, we want this, we want this, we want this, we want this. And they have to worry about everything. And with everyone wanting these shows and with how many people have been, we want this show, we want this show, we want this show, like they're having to bust them out.
They don't have to, though. That's the thing. So even if you do listen to the fans, you take your time, you say that you have them ready, you say that you are working on it and it's in development, and fans are fine with that. 2024. 2025?
We're almost.
So they have 2 years to fucking throw in all these characters?
We're almost in 2023. I want you to know that it is October. We got November, December, and then we're in 2023.
What is it, 2024?
I'm assuming it's 2024. 2024 or 2025.
And usually with Avenger movies, they always release around May because they always do that and it's all special for the event.
I don't think they're
always
doing
that.
In May. They're not.
But I'm just saying that's usually. I don't know.
That's usually what they do. Yeah.
That's usually what they do.
So one of them is
October. I know that.
One is in May.
That's the case, we low-key only have a year and a half, right?
Right.
So in a year and a half, they have to release or introduce how many different characters for y'all? See what I'm saying? See why they can't take their time? What? I'm in defense with them at this point because they have so many characters that they have to release for you guys. Because as you said, and you said it in here, it was stupid with the Black Widow movie because we got it after everything. So if we introduce these characters after the movie, it'd be stupid as well. So they have to release them now. See why I'm saying it's the fans that are making it because they are wanting all these character shows Instead, say Miss Marvel. Say we just made the Miss Marvel show, and then we had a cameo of Moon Knight that had something to do. I don't. They're not in the same place. I know that, but I'm just saying as an example. But we had a cameo from Moon Knight, and I had a cameo from someone else. And now that brings 3 of them in, and we can now introduce characters that way, rather than have to break it down into each and every single one. Make it 8 episodes each. Rush it all, make all of us fans hate it, because think about it, the last how many shows have been really, really, really terrible?
The last 3
God.
or 4?
Almost all of them.
Like, honestly, I want to say since Loki, all of them have been fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Don't put Hawkeye in there.
Yeah, right.
Hawkeye did come after. Hawkeye was good. Yeah. So after Hawkeye, it's
then
fucking terrible.
So 50%. You have 8 shows altogether.
You see what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. Okay, so
on for going to the chip that many times and not winning. But we not hating on Disney.
So real quick,
Marvel?
Listen. So Avengers comes out 2024. You have an Avengers movie coming out May, and I think it's October or November for the second one. They started doing shows.
Oh, they're releasing 2 in the same year?
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
Y'all didn't know that?
Oh, no, bro.
Are you sure it's not
positive? Look it up. Nope, look it up. I swear to you. Look it up.
Oh, no.
I swear to you.
After this. If they're doing
Please
that,
do.
This is the worst of... Yeah, Marvel's fucked.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's
no.
what I'm saying. And it's not even because of... That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not the shows that Marvel is screwing up on. It's the quantity over quality.
Way, because the last Avenger movie is in Phase 6.
They're both.
And it has to come after Deadpool.
Both of the fucking Avengers films are
in Phase 6. They're not in Phase 5.
Bro, what the fuck?
I'll show you right now.
Bro.
That shit's gonna get pushed back. There's no way they're gonna be able to.
They need to push it back.
Ready? Avengers The Kang Dynasty will open in theaters on May 2nd, 2025. Avengers Secret Wars will open in theaters November 7th, 2025.
That's stupid. That's dumb.
So, there's my point that they want quantity over quality. Second, they started doing shows in 2021. Scarlet Witch was the first show, started in 2021. So, from 2021 to 2025, you have 4 years to get these characters out. Why are you not taking your time? You have plenty of time. For 8 episodes a show, you have plenty of time to push out all of these characters. You do not have to rush them like they've been doing.
No, you got to rush them because you got.
No, you don't.
You got to think of. You got to think of it like this.
Please,
because now that they got these shows done, they've introduced them. Now we have to make 2 Avenger movies that are coming out in the same year. We only had 8 months apart of them, or not even 8 months. We got what? May, June, July, August, September, October, November. We got 6 months difference, right? Of these 2 movies. You know how long it's gonna take them to actually film them?
You have 8 episodes. You only have 8. It's not even a real season. 8 episodes is short for a season. You've been doing this since
8 episodes, but they're all like an hour long.
You've been doing this since 2021.
But they still have to do their individual movies, like the actual big people that are doing the movies. They have to do their individual movie, plus put their time aside to be able to go film the big movie that it's all about. And it comes to the Avengers, when you film like the Hawkeye show,
right?
Say you might only have like 20 people in total that for like cameras and shit. I'm not saying that's a real number, but say like 20 people.
Sure, yeah.
But for the Avengers movies, there's gonna be a cool 300 people.
Right.
You know, like it's a lot more. There's a lot more people. It's a lot bigger. It takes a lot more time. So they're gonna have to start doing this shit to start filming for that. That's why they're rushing out all this. I mean, I think it's just terrible.
That's the thing. They really don't have to.
They just needed. They don't need to do all these shows.
I think they could
cut the amount.
I think they could have introduced like some of these like shits in the shows too, or in the movies. Like so like with like Scarlet Witch, you have her show. Like what? Like she was like put her shit in Doctor Strange. Fucking with Captain America, you have his movie coming out. Why not just put that in there? Fucking with Miss Marvel, she's gonna be in Miss Marvel. So why? Or Captain Marvel, so why not do that?
I understood that the Captain America one, it made sense.
I get that one.
I feel like that was the only one that I watched that made 100% sense of why they made sure to make it a show.
Loki and
that
Hawkeye.
was because they wanted to incorporate it into him obtaining the shield. I still think Loki could have been a movie because we should have got a movie of Loki, of who he was before the time variant shit. But yeah, Loki, I understand.
See, that's crazy that you want a Loki movie and like why give him a movie? There's no point to a Loki movie.
How not?
How so? We've seen Loki for years. We've seen Loki for years. Why give him a movie over these new characters?
Because Loki's hard as fuck.
It doesn't matter. You've already had him. So what makes Loki different from a Hawkeye movie? What makes him different from
I said Hawkeye deserved the movie. I've been saying that Hawkeye deserved the movie. I'm the biggest Hawkeye fan. Hawkeye is the best Avenger because he's undefeated. The only undefeated motherfucker. I've said this.
All right, guys, make your final remarks on this topic. We got to move on.
Marvel's been quantity over quality, and that's the problem.
I think they just need to cut the amount of shows down and mash them together. Bring multiple characters in one show. That way the shows are better because you can take more time.
Agreed. I've been telling y'all, quantity versus quality.
I've been saying that too.
I've been saying that for fucking God knows how long.
Yeah, I've been saying that once the first bat. Well, you're stupid for that.
No, you gotta understand, bro. No. If they stopped the shows and really focused on these movies again, you don't understand how amazing the movies would be. Like, I get the shows are cool, but you don't understand how fantastic these movies would be if they really went and put their time into the movies instead of focusing on these shows.
Here's the last thing I'll say about it. You don't need to stop everything else to do one thing. You're a huge corporation. You have other directors, other writers, other cameramen, other actors. You don't need everybody to stop what they're doing to do one thing. You don't. That's it. You really don't. No. Unless it is an Avengers movie.
You gotta have the same actor for the show and the movie.
If you want Fantastic Four to be a great movie, you don't need everybody working on She-Hulk there.
I'm not saying everybody, but She-Hulk and the main people that are incorporated in She-Hulk, yes, they all got to be there.
Right. So you take the people that have been there and you run with it. Mm-hmm. Then you take the people that are working on Ms. Marvel and you work on it.
I get that.
They're not using the same people.
I get that.
So if each group focused on a better storyline and actually put time and effort into it, it becomes a better show. And then they can both be released whenever. That's what I'm saying. You don't need everybody there to make a solid anything. Unless it is Avengers, you don't need everyone. So there is very good possibility and opportunity to make something great with the amount of people they have. They just don't take their time. They want quantity over quality.
They're only going to focus on the people that they think are going to be... I don't think they care about the people who are no-names. Like, I feel like... And that's... I mean, it sounds very fucked up, but I feel like they don't care about people like She-Hulk. They don't care. Because it's crazy how they just popped up out of nowhere and then the show's out. But then we get noticed 2 years in advance for Daredevil. You can tell they're going to take their time on Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like they worry about the characters that they want to worry about and putting them out. Or taking their time on them, not anything else.
So quantity over quality.
I just think it's stupid in general. Just stick with the movies. I'm gonna keep saying it.
Yeah.
That's when Marvel was at its peak. Was when we had 0 TV shows and no one can debate that.
Not wrong. All right, let's step out of Marvel for the time being. We'll go back there at some point.
Not today.
Wow, that's probably the most heated that we've got, or you guys have gotten on the podcast so far. All right, so moving on, I guess this will be our final thing. But we are going to talk about basketball. You already know. You dribbled the ball around the court. You know what I am saying. Everybody tuned out right there. No, so ESPN released their top 100 players. Keep in mind those players, or the list is basically where they predict that they're going to be at the end of the season. Regardless, it's still a stupid list for the most part. I mean, we won't go over everybody on the list. There are some debatable names, but I guess I'll just go over the top 10 because that's what we're going to be covering today, and we're also going to be saying our top 10 players in the league right now. It'll be very interesting. But just going off of ESPN, so we got Devin Booker at number 10, Ja Morant at number 9, Kevin Durant at number 8, Jason Tatum at number 7, LeBron at number 6, and then let me go. Steph Curry at number 5, Joel Embiid at number 4, Luka at number 3, the Joker at 2, and Giannis Antetokounmpo at number 1. So, I mean, like I said, we're not really going to talk about ESPN's trash-ass list. I mean, come on. They put Drew Holiday at 26. Keep that in mind. And I like Drew Holiday, too.
Back MVP at number 2.
All right. So, let's... All right. So, we're going to move on to our top 10 list. Does everybody have it ready in their sites? All right.
Do.
So, how the order is going to go, I guess I'm going to go first. Then Jaden, then James. We're each going to go, like 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, all that. Yeah. Keep it a little suspensing to see who all of our number ones are. All right. So, number 10 for me, and feel free to give your reasons, I guess. But number 10, I have Damian Lillard.
Yeah. Solid.
Ooh.
Because
it's crazy. Dame's not even on my top 10, but I kind of want to put him now.
See, I thought about Dame. So I have 4 people. I won't go over them right now. I might do that later. But I have 4 people that I could have put and I've thought about, but they, in my opinion, they didn't make top 10. And Dame is not in my top 10, but he was almost there. So my number 10 is Jimmy Butler.
Ooh,
I think
my number 10. Go ahead.
I think we underlook Jimmy a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people don't see him as a legitimate hooper like they should. I think he's a lot better than a lot of people think.
Oh, he's the guy.
He's that guy.
All right.
He is.
James?
See, I got number 10. I got the Claw.
You got Kawhi
Wow,
Leonard?
I'm surprised you put him in top 10. I'm not gonna lie.
I did. I only put him in top 10 because he has a team around him. I don't think he's a good defender, and I've always said that. I'll never be the type of player, and granted, a lot of people think I'm stupid for this. I'm not going to put the ball in Kawhi's hands to be like my main. Even though he can, I would just feel more comfortable with him defending. And I feel like that he has that type of team this year with having John Wall, right. PG, the list goes on. So I feel like he's definitely, I put him in number 10. I think he's very deserving.
Nice.
Yeah, so I have him 10.
All right. Solid number 10s, boys.
Y'all going to be surprised on my list.
Yes.
I already am.
Solid, yeah, some solid number 10s. Number 9 for me, I got Ja Morant. Ja Morant at number 9.
No.
No?
No.
Higher or lower?
He's not top 10.
Oh, that's crazy.
On my list.
He's
That's
not top
crazy.
10.
Ja's good, but he's not on my list.
So, I've been seeing a lot of things on Ja Morant. Don't get me wrong. Fantastic basketball player. Explosive, athletic. He's great. He's a solid, but he's not even a top 5 point guard in the league. He's all right. When it comes to playmaking, when it comes to an IQ of a point guard, you're not thinking of Ja. You're not. There's no way you
I
are.
agree. I can name 7 point guards.
Yeah,
better than
like
Ja. It's not the thing.
he's
I
got
love
the
Ja. He's
highlights.
one of my favorite
Right?
players.
No, he's got the highlights. He's got the dunking. Like, I don't think he's a top 10 player though. I think right now he's overhyped.
Y'all are weird. I'll agree that he's overhyped, but I think he's top 10.
You're saying
Not yet.
5. You're saying there's not 5 point guards better than him? Is he
Right
a top
now?
5 point guard.
Right now?
Yeah.
Is he a
I mean, top
point
5 point guards? I don't know. I don't even have... I only have 3
If you
point
don't
guards
have
in
no
my...
top 5 point guard, I better have 5 point guards in your top 10 list if you put him in the top 10.
I don't. I only have... I think I only
You know what
have...
I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying. I don't know. Not this year. I think Ja could become a top 10 player, but it is not this year. For my, what is it, 9?
Yep.
Jason Tatum. JT.
See, so I agree with Jaden with what he said last time because at number 9,
Who do you have
I
at
got
number
Jimmy
9?
Butler.
Oh,
I got
okay.
Jimmy
That's fair.
Butler in number
That's
9.
cool.
I think he's crazy. I mean, it don't matter. He's a basic ass player. He don't be doing too much in the regular season.
He don't have to.
But I think we overlook that and don't really focus on what he does in the playoffs. Dude saves his energy. Team throughout the normal.
Brought the
normal
Lakers
season.
to game, what, 7? It went to
6.
6. He brought the
Yeah,
Lakers
so,
to 6.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I feel like that's why a lot of people overlook him is because he doesn't try too hard in the regular season because they're just games. He likes to really ball out when it matters most. So
Right.
I got him at 9.
Nice.
All right. Number 8 for me. This might be kind of surprising to see how high he is for me. I got Luka at number 8.
Y'all are gonna look at me weird then if that's what you're putting Luka.
Do you not have Luka in your top 10?
Oh, I just have him a lot higher.
Oh.
That's
Alright.
just me though.
What you got? Jay?
For
What you
8,
got at 8?
I got Jokic. He's 8.
Oh, no.
I'm with Ty at 8. I got Luka as well.
No,
That's why I started laughing because I thought I was the only one putting him at 8.
I got him a lot higher. Jokic is
I don't
8.
know how. And you have Joker at 8. You're stupid.
Nah, I want Luka over Jokic.
So
I almost didn't put Jokic on the list. I put it over the respect that he got back-to-back MVPs. That's why I put him in.
You should not be on the list.
That's why I have him on the list.
So-
out of respect.
Oh my gosh.
So number 7 for me
Well, yeah,
is
well, James has it.
Oh,
Yeah,
he said
he said
Luka.
Luka. Yeah.
No, I
So-
said it's Luka.
yeah. So number 7 for me is actually Jokic.
Oh my gosh.
So me personally, like if I'm gonna choose out of Luka and Joker, I'm gonna choose Luka. However, I do give Jokic the advantage because of the back-to-back MVPs. Me personally, like I've never been the biggest fan of Jokic. I think if you're 7 foot, you should be able to dunk, and you should be able to play defense. Don't get me wrong, amazing offensive player.
Yeah, he really is.
But as a center, you got to play defense, and that's what takes me out of it. And you got to dunk.
You got to be able to dunk. All right, so for what are we on? 7.
7.
So for 7, I have Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
Yep.
Okay.
At 7, I got Jason Tatum.
Wow, you put him high.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say high.
I mean, higher than what I think. Me personally, I think that's pretty high for JT.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, he went to the finals.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I like it. I'm all for
As the
it.
main guys. I mean,
Oh no, that makes me scared later.
Alright. Number 6. I have Kawhi Leonard.
Me too. I have Kawhi.
At 6?
Yep.
yeah, at 6, I got Embiid.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's only a number off of you.
Yeah.
Mm. All right. Number 5. And it kills me to put him at number 5. I have LeBron at 5. Yeah. It hurts me. I love LeBron, but but as of right now, I take these next 4 guys ahead of him.
Okay. At 5, I have Luka. That's my 5th. That's why I said I have him a lot higher.
At 5, I have the Joker.
Ew.
But I'm looking at these last 4, and Ty said he got 4 people above, and he's already one of or both of the people. So I'm wondering who the hell you got.
Well, I could
who
take.
do you got on your top 4 that's not in my top 4? That's what I'm wondering right now.
So for 4.
Wait, who'd you put? Oh, you put Jokic.
For 5, yeah, I put Joker.
So I have Joel Embiid at 4.
That's who I don't have.
Yeah. So, because I think Joel Embiid is the best center in the league.
You putting Embiid over LeBron?
Right now, yes. Because I think... Because he can do just as much... Well, like, not assists. But, like, he does just as much as offensively as him. And he's a better defender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. At number 4, I have KD.
All right.
I have Kevin Durant.
At number 4, I got KD.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I think it's I feel like it's a solid spot because I feel like putting top 2, it's not realistic. He doesn't play like a top 2 player right now. But I feel like you can never ever talk about basketball and not have KD in top 5.
Right. Not in today's
league.
There's
not one player in this league, if we're being 100% honest, can guard him one-on-one.
Right.
All right. So
all right, top 3.
So for my 3rd and 2nd, I debated on it, and originally I had him at one point, and then I switched him. But I do have Kevin Durant at 3.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. That's okay. At number 3, I have LeBron. That's where I have LeBron.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I know I'm going to get hella hate and y'all are going to look. But number 3, I got Giannis.
Ooh.
I got Giannis at number 3.
Yikes.
Okay.
I do.
Why? Why 3? Why not 2 or 1?
I just feel like the people I have above him, they're just, I feel like they go one step ahead. And
okay. I'll ask more questions when I find out you're 1 and 2 cuz I'd like to know.
All right. Number 2, I have Steph Chef. Look at Curry, man. I got Curry as my number 2. Originally, I had Curry and KD switched, but then I thought about it, and I got to give Curry the edge.
I also give Curry my 2nd. He's my 2nd.
See, my 2nd is LeBron.
All right, and then I think we all know where this is going. Yep. Number 1, Giannis. I got Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Curry, baby.
No.
Curry's number 1.
I understand. He won the finals, but
he won finals. He won finals MVP.
It don't matter.
You can't. I don't know. To me, Giannis, he's good. Don't get me wrong. But I have him as 3rd because I feel like that's perfect. You look at Curry, and Curry went with the team this year. We look at the Bucks every year. These last 3 years, we've looked at the Bucks and said, "Oh, the Bucks are going. The Bucks are going. The Bucks are going." Right. When you looked at the beginning of the season, the Warriors wasn't fucking going.
Right.
Curry made his statement. Curry made sure everyone knew he was the best player in the league right now. Like, Curry is that guy, and I feel like he really put it on this year, and I feel like he's gonna come out this year again and show it. He shoots lights out. He got into playing better defense this year. He didn't play the best defense, but his defense was definitely a step up from what he was doing. So I don't know. I have Curry, and I feel like LeBron's been disrespected. And I feel like when you disrespect LeBron, bad things come from LeBron. So that's why I have him in.
So for Giannis, the reason I have him at number 1 is because he's only improved. He has only improved every single year. Curry's getting up there in age. I'm not saying that's, it's something major or anything, but I think Giannis, I early prediction, but I could see the Bucks winning the finals this upcoming year.
But we keep talking about how Giannis keeps getting better, and Giannis keeps getting better.
Mm-hmm.
But Giannis at his best, right? Like when we're talking like Giannis last year, that's a normal season for LeBron.
What'd he put up?
We're not. I don't know exactly what he put up. I don't have his stats right here, but I'm saying like
he was second on scoring leader.
Mm-hmm.
I think he might have been
was
third
like
actually. Actually, I think it was third.
LeBron last season in there, but I'm saying like we act like we've never seen a performance like, you know
right?
what I'm saying?
But we gave LeBron the credit. So why not give a younger player that credit? Okay.
LeBron has how many MVPs?
I'm not saying the league. I'm not saying the league. I'm saying us. We've given LeBron the credit. I'm talking about us three right here. So why not give...
LeBron is 100% healthy. He will put out the same season that Giannis will put out. LeBron wasn't healthy that last year, but I feel like the season that we won the championship, him and Giannis, similar year. But we were talking about LeBron being up there in age. You know what I'm saying? Like, when LeBron's healthy, LeBron will go head-to-head with Giannis. No problem at all. So I don't know how we're making this clear split between them. LeBron should always have the edge because he has the experience. He's done it for years. So, and he's coming into the season healthy.
As much as I hate to say it, LeBron is definitely not the LeBron of the past. When you look at LeBron, especially when AD went down, and it showed more so against when you guys played Phoenix in the playoffs a couple of years ago. Like when AD went down, LeBron, everybody was like, "Oh, LeBron's gonna be like, yeah, classic LeBron, drive to the fucking thing." He didn't do that.
Right.
He was more so of a trying to get the team to like get the team involved and stuff like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I look at it and I see like nobody can stop Giannis, and it's starting to look like.
Nobody can stop LeBron.
But right now, Phoenix did, and it's starting to look like a lot of people are going to be stopping LeBron this season. LeBron, I guess, like you said, LeBron's getting up there in age. I can't imagine LeBron not getting hurt this year. He's going to get hurt again.
It's gotten consecutive.
And
I mean, it hasn't got consecutive.
James, he's been on the Lakers for
5 years?
3. No, this would be his 5th year. Yeah, so he's been on this team for 4 years now. 3 of those 10 years he got hurt. Granted, the one time that he didn't get hurt, they won the championship.
And the first time he got hurt, he wasn't going to be out an extensive amount of time. The only reason he was out for an extensive amount of time, because by the time he was coming back, there was no chance of us making the playoffs. So he's like, why am I going to come back? I'm just going to chill. So you can't really put the first injury either, because he was only going to be out not even...
Well, then why not play him?
Because we weren't going to make the playoffs.
I understand that, but when he came back, there was still...
I'm not going to come to his defense, because I'm the type, if you're paid the money, I don't give a fuck if you make the playoffs or not. Your ass better. But that's why they didn't play him that year, or near the end.
I don't know. You could say that, I guess, but like I said, LeBron, like I said for Tom Brady, LeBron is starting to look human.
I get that, but I look at it as LeBron's coming into the season with one goal. That's not to win a championship. His goal is to break that scoring record.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's just going to come in and he's going balls to the wall for everything. And
we all know and expect him to break the record.
That's what I'm saying. Then what's the point? I don't know. I hope that's not the case, James.
The Lakers too, though. The amount of people that are putting the Lakers out, I feel like that's fuel the whole team, but it's going to fuel LeBron. You're not like when has LeBron started a season and they expect him to miss the playoffs? That's not going to sit right with him. And you got to remember when MJ took it personally?
Yeah.
You don't want LeBron to take this shit personally. That's all I'm saying. I think I get what you guys are saying. I totally understand. But when it comes to someone like LeBron and he's never really a setback, like, yeah, he has the. But against that Suns team, you can't really say they completely shut him down. I feel like LeBron gets into situations where he's like, oh, we're not going. Loki, you just stops trying. It's not that they shut him down. He will just say, fuck this. And like, he'll just give up. It's weird. Like, I've seen him in a game where he'll just stand there. Like, he'll have like 32 points, but they'll be losing. He'll just stand there. He's like, I'm not doing nothing else. So I just feel like
that's not a good point to bring up in a top 10 conversation. If you're
Bro, it's LeBron.
I don't care.
It's Giannis.
I don't care. If you're a superstar, how dare you just stop and give up?
Because it's LeBron.
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, that's why I was.
That's not.
Do it.
Well, that's what I was saying though. When you
great, you can do what you want. I'm not saying it's right, but you do what you want. Giannis can't do that because Giannis hasn't.
Because Giannis can do it. Because he can win the game.
So can fucking LeBron.
So why did he give up? So why did he give up?
Fucking disrespect LeBron.
Why did he give up?
Wishes he was LeBron. Get the fuck. Dude came back from a 3-1.
That's fantastic. That's
There's
cool.
a 1 in that column, and it is LeBron James.
That's fantastic. I'm not saying it's not every game that he wins. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But if you're in a game, if you're in a casual game and you just stand there as the leader, as the superstar, as the guy, and you just stand around saying, nah, I'm not doing this no more.
And I'm not saying that's right, but
disrespectful to his team.
Giannis can win and LeBron can't.
That's not the main reason.
Has not done half of the shit LeBron has done, and LeBron has done countless amount of comebacks.
Correct.
But we're not talking about the past, though. We're talking about right now.
We're saying right now. I'm not disrespecting LeBron in that that perspective.
You're saying LeBron can't come out and have an MVP season this year. It's impossible.
I'm not saying that. I didn't say that. Those words never came out of my mouth.
He can.
What you told me, the evidence that you brought, you said that I have seen LeBron just stand there and not do nothing. Get off the court.
Yeah.
Then get off the court. Then get off the court. If you're that guy, you're saying
that takes him away from being number one because he chose to stand there that one time. That's going to take him.
It hasn't been one time. That's another thing. It hasn't been one time. There have been a ton of times where LeBron will just give up on defense.
I didn't know we were talking about top 10 for leaders. We were talking about top 10 players.
Right.
Not top 10 leaders, motherfucker. We don't care about how he's leading.
That kind of goes into a player.
That's what I'm saying. LeBron's not coming in here to be a leader. Like, that's not why I'm putting LeBron one. If I wanted a leader, I'm putting somebody else. I'm not putting Giannis in number one for a leader. We're talking about player, and I personally think
it's something that needs to be put into the idea of a top 10 player. How?
It's about the player, how they play, not how they're a teammate.
So if we name all of these people that have been on our lists, are they not the number? Out of all of them, how many are not the guy? How many are not the leader of their team?
They're pretty much all are.
KD's not the leader. He's the best player, but he's not the leader.
Who's the leader of that team?
They don't have a leader.
Out of everybody,
Steve Nash.
Not Steve Nash. Who do you have that is not a leader?
Yeah, I agree. KD, I don't think KD is really the leader.
Okay, so 9 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so some of that has to do with a top 10 player.
Yeah, I'm not saying leadership has nothing to do with...
You did say that. You did say that.
No, I said you shouldn't incorporate it. I didn't say that all these people can't be fucking great leaders.
They are, though. That's the thing. That's what's been incorporated automatically.
But we shouldn't take someone out the top 10 just because they're not a great leader.
I'm not saying that either.
We're talking about a player, how they play, not how they lead. Because some people are natural-born leaders, and some people are really shitty leaders. You look at Dennis Rodman, that mother could not have been a leader to save his life, but he was
Right.
a fantastic fucking player. And
Right.
you have to put him in
Correct.
the top 10 for centers. But can we not put him in top 10 because he wasn't a
No, but here's the other thing. If you're not including KD, that's not the point of what I'm saying.
All I'm saying is I don't think we should, or you should say that LeBron can't be number 2 because he's not a leader.
That's not why I'm saying that. I'm saying that Curry and Giannis are just going to have better seasons. I think they are going to be better.
I feel like LeBron's going to have a better season. As I said, you don't go and disrespect the greatest player of all time, arguably, and think that he's going to come in and just be a basic player. Like, he's going to come in pissed off.
But that's not the thing either. We're not saying that he's going to be basic.
Okay, but as I said, I think he's going to come out and be the second best player in the league. That's my personal opinion. I think he's going to do it. You guys were shocked I even put fucking Giannis in there. Giannis, to me, sometimes ain't the greatest. He's not. He has his flukes, and we're like, you guys are sitting here talking about, oh, LeBron just stands there. There's times Giannis has done nothing. Giannis doesn't make his free throws. Giannis doesn't make his jump shots. Giannis doesn't get the rebounds. He doesn't play good enough defense some games. He doesn't make the right pass some games. But we don't take that away from him because it just comes with the fucking game. And just because LeBron stands there sometimes, it is what it is.
Okay, but that's not what you said. What you said is I have seen LeBron just stand there and say, oh, well, I'm giving up.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single thing where Giannis has just given up because they're going to lose. And you can't say that you have either.
For how long?
For what?
And how long has LeBron been in the league?
I didn't hear you. You cut out.
I said, how long has Giannis been in the league? And how long has LeBron been in the league? So
Very different, right.
So we'll see by year 20. We'll see if Giannis is still going to be doing everything, or if he's going to stand there, or if he'll even be in the league still by year 20.
Cool.
So as I said, we're putting way too much hate on LeBron, and even though he stood there, the man did everything.
But else. I love LeBron.
I do too. That's not the point that I'm trying to get at, James. I love LeBron too, and I'm not disrespecting him.
Him standing there. I already said that a while back. Rewind it. I said I don't support it, but you cannot tell me that he is not top 3 or top 2 because of that aspect.
No,
it's impossible.
And I agree because I have LeBron at 3.
That's all I was saying. I just said I feel like he's number 2. I feel like he's above Giannis, and you cannot put him just standing there, make it to where it changes him in the top 10. Because that doesn't change who he is as a player.
But it does put an effect on his upcoming season. No. His upcoming season. Yes, it does.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
So you're telling me if we saw KD lose multiple times, like throughout all last season, let's say he's like terrible last season, that's not going to affect his upcoming season? Or is it, we know KD has a great...
You're saying LeBron was terrible last season.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that if whatever happens last season, whatever happened... All right, that was a bad example. Let me put it like this. Whatever happens last season is going to affect what you do next season. That's going to put in your mind what you can expect the next season.
50-50. Yeah, that's 50-50. Because some people have one bad season, come back the next season, they have an off year, dealing with certain things. It's very 50-50. People do bounce back. There's a reason there's a most improved.
Right.
There's a bunch of awards for the shit, but just because they didn't play great one year doesn't mean they're... Look at D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell played like a fucking... he played decent, then played like a scrub for 3 to 4 years, then was an all-star, and then fell off again.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If you look at D'Lo and you see him as a decent player, you're going to automatically think, okay, like we can expect him to be a decent player. Then he was a scrub. All right, well, now you have the idea he's probably not going to do that good. If he did this bad this year, we can probably expect him to do about the same. And boom, boom, boom. So 3 years.
Still an all-star.
I'm not saying he had a bad year. I have him at number 3. I just said that what happens in the last season is going to play some sort of effect into the next.
But what's going to rub off really negatively on him from last season? Like it's a whole new year.
Right.
That's great. A whole new coaching staff, a whole new personnel, a whole new team.
Yeah.
So like, how are we saying that last year is going to affect him into this year?
I'm not saying it's going to affect him. I'm saying it's affecting my mind. I'm going to put him at 3. I'm going to say Curry and Giannis have better seasons than him.
Okay. As I'm saying, all I said is never, ever say LeBron can't come back. That's all I'm saying. No,
he can definitely come back.
Said Giannis can come back, LeBron can't, and that's not okay.
My God.
I didn't say that. You can watch this podcast again. I never said that LeBron cannot come back.
You said it's because Giannis can come back from it. Why would you say
No. Hold on. I said in that certain situation. I said the situation. Don't say it for the entirety of this conversation. Because that's not what I said. I said for that one situation, that was that. That's all I said.
Though, because I said I've seen a time where LeBron has been down, scored 30 points, been down, and has no chance of winning, gave up. And you say, well, Giannis can come back from that. Like LeBron couldn't if he really, 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 really needed to. If he really needed to, I guarantee LeBron could 90% come back because the dude's a monster.
Right.
But at the same time, there's sometimes you look and you're like, I'm fucking tired. This is a lot. I just dropped 30, 40 fucking points. We're still down by 20. My second leading scorer has 7.
So all I was saying in that,
there's only 3 minutes left.
I was only saying that for that certain situation where he just stood there. And the other thing I said was, if you're going to do that, step out of the game. If you're done, you're done. Go sit down.
But how are you going to step off the court when the coach don't pull you out? You're just going to go sit down and then everyone looks at him even worse?
As you said, he is a superstar and he can do what he wants.
Doing nothing he wanted to do last year. Frank Vogel was doing him.
Right.
Dude was benching Westbrook in the clutch moments of the fourth quarter.
Bro, I know this. I am very aware of this. I know.
So how are we saying LeBron just step off? He did. He low-key just stood by the other side of the rim, didn't go down. He was like, I'm done. He then ended up getting pulled out, but he's like, I get it at that point.
I'm just saying at that one point, I'm literally just for that one standpoint, because I'm not saying that he can't come back. I'm not saying that. Never did say that. I know he can. We watched a 3-1 lead go to LeBron. Not saying that. But you are a superstar. You're the guy. You're arguably the GOAT. Don't just give up. Don't just stand there. That's all I was saying about that situation. Like I said, I have him at 3.
I just think it's crazy that you saying, I don't know. It is what it is.
Oh, so much fun when we talk and argue and all that fun stuff. Like I said, this has been the most argumentative fucking episode so far. Well, we did say we were excited for the episode, and now I can see why.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
People disrespecting people.
No one's disrespecting LeBron. Yeah. Shut your ass up.
You didn't. The way that motherfucker said it, we'll read, and I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna screen record it when this shit comes out.
Okay.
The exact way you worded it as if LeBron couldn't. And you might not have meant it like that.
Okay, so then let me if you're worried about that, let me clear it right now. Well, because you're going to screen record it. So let me explain. Let me explain, because you're going to screen record it and try to, whatever. LeBron is arguably the GOAT. I love LeBron as a player. If we want to talk athletics, he's the greatest athlete to ever play a game. Do you need me to say more about how much I do enjoy watching LeBron's game? Because I truly believe he's arguably the GOAT.
No, and I know I'm
Okay.
not. I've heard that from you before. All I'm saying is the reason
Okay.
we argue is when you go into that point.
I
and
probably
you're gonna
did
look
say
back
something
on it
like
and
that.
you're
Yeah,
gonna be
you're
like,
probably right.
You're low key right because the way it was worded was
Okay,
But
James.
honestly,
James.
that don't sound right.
Let's
when we're
also look
talking
at
about
let's also look at some other facts. We all know I be talking stupid. We know this for a
Yeah.
fact.
That's
You
why I
should
just had to make
you
it
should you should have just understood that. Yeah, he's kind of stupid.
No, I wasn't letting that shit.
Oh
pass
my
over.
gosh. You got so mad at me.
Yeah.
Well, you got. He had to get back at you because you got so mad at him during the Marvel
Yeah, that's
fucking
fair.
bit.
No, you're right.
Oh.
We good.
I guess. What the fuck?
I hope this is the most
Don't ship
viewed.
tie. You're next week. I'm coming for it.
I mean, y'all got into it too on Aaron.
We did get into it on Aaron.
Everyone argued this time.
Y'all two didn't.
We did it last one before I left for Disney.
Oh, true.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Yeah, how dare you think my Kirby has splooge on it? You fucking.
You can't tell me that ain't weird. That this is just on his desk and you got something
What?
on your face.
Blue?
Go see a
weirdo.
Doctor. Go see a doctor.
Blue splooge?
Probably dyed it because it's a painter, so you gotta wait.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna chill out with that one. Alright, yeah, that's it for this episode. This is gonna be the longest episode so far. It's at 2 hours already.
By a couple minutes.
Well, yeah.
Because our longest one was what, like an hour 58?
Yeah. I'll see how long the outro will actually take us.
True.
No, yeah, but thank you guys so much for listening in to this interesting podcast, argumentative podcast. Like I said, feel free to follow us on Spotify and Apple Music, and make sure you check out the YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the bell, comment down below. All of it, like it, everything. Add it to a playlist.
Also, I'll be hosting my first podcast next week.
Yep.
Next week should be a lot of fun too. So make sure that you watch it.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
hosting it?
Yeah, it's the Marvel one.
Oh, God.
The top 5, worst 5. Should be a fun one.
Yeah, Jaden's gonna be taking over. So I finally get myself
A break.
a break from everything. He's also gonna edit it too. No, just kidding.
Might not look good.
No, yeah, we're gonna be doing that next week. So feel free to tune in. Make sure you follow us on TikTok and Instagram. You're gonna be seeing all of or a majority of the highlights there. And then
Thank you.
What else? Yeah, I was gonna say what else. Jaden has music coming out.
Yes. Hey, October 7th. It's over. Me, Ty, and Mikey have changed the game.
They don't know who Mikey is.
Yeah, y'all don't know who Mikey is, but you will. You'll know. October 7th, Back to the Cul-de-sac. Solid album. That's it.
Yep, that'll be releasing October 7th. Basically everywhere that you can listen to music. I'll go there. Also, you could just check out our fucking link tree, which that will have basically all of our fucking
Everything.
wherever you need to click.
We got it.
And then and hopefully with the new setup that I'm working on, I'm gonna probably start streaming back up again.
Let's go.
Streaming for the channel, streaming for my personal channel, which will also be probably in the link tree as well. James, do you want to add anything else?
No, sir. Y'all covered it all.
God, James, you never have the last word, so I want you to have like a last word.
You want me to have the last word?
Yeah.
Just keep tuning in.
Should we talk about what Jaden said to you a couple days ago?
Huh?
Something about a contract.
Hey, no, chill out. Stop the recording.
Serious note. I know we talked yesterday saying that we wanted to bring out. So look out for that.
For what?
Because we all play games together.
Streaming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have some funny conversations. you know, a couple 18 and over conversations. We had one with Jaden the other night. Stuff out, but won't talk too much about it. But
Thank you.
yeah, it's fun. So you know, tune into when we get that up. You know, just look out for it. Tune into the streams, and of course, we're gonna put up videos of that too, and keep enjoying, and hopefully you guys are liking what we're doing.
Yep.
Hopefully
Yes,
you'll laugh at least once.
sir.
Because we're liking what we're doing. We're having a lot of
sir.
fun doing this. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys on the next podcast where we'll all be different locations. Me and Jaden. No! No! Don't leave. But there will be one where we're all together at some point. One day. And then we won't have the stupid layout. Just kidding. All right. And in the words of the last episode, bye!